So this time, what can happen sometimes when we do the same exact move is instead of the triangle, there's another submission we can go for. So I bridge, I throw his weight north. I had a few people say that it was difficult for them to throw the weight north and then to bring the knee into this space. So if it's ever difficult, you can also just tip out a little bit this way. Do a little side swoop. And then you can see where the most amount of space is in this little triangle here is under his armpit. So that's where I want my knee to go. Like I'm trying to knee myself in the face. Right? Boom. He rips the arm out. I end up here, right? Now, when I go for the triangle, sometimes what happens is his head could be, if it's high up like this, the triangle's very easy, his head could be tucked down in this kind of deal, right? And if I bring my leg over and he kind of knows that the triangle is coming, he might even put his head all the way down. See that? And there's no way to scoop his head up. So there's no triangle there, right? I could go back to this position and stay here until he forgets to miss his head. But another option is if the triangle's not there, I'm going to use this foot and I'm going to hit my butt up this way as I hook my toes behind his head. Okay? So I'm just moving my butt. I can step on the ground, step on his hip, anything that gets my butt out this way. Hook my toes behind the head. Now I'm going to trap his wrist. And I'm going to throw my leg over and finish the arm bar here. Okay? So it's a belly down arm lock, but I have this hook on the back of his neck. So if he tries to pull his arm away during this process, my toes are actually latched arm in him over there. So it's very, very tight. Okay? So one more time right here. Actually, let me do the other side just so they can see. Good practice. Boom. Here. I bump. North. Try to go for this arm bar. He pulls his arm away. So I get to the high-low guard, right? Hold the gi. Hold the tricep. I pull the leg out, thinking triangle, and he's burying his head. Okay? So I'm moving my hips as far as I can. You almost can't move them too far. The further the better. And then I'm hooking my foot. Like right now the hook's not really touching anything. It's only if he pulls his head away my toes are going to hook on. If he doesn't pull his head away, you almost don't need the hook, but you want to do it just in case. Because while I'm swinging this leg over, he might pull away. Now this arm bar here, if I'm on my side, like this, then I pretty much just arch, just like a normal arm bar. If I'm going more belly down here, then I'm going to let my leg, which is behind his neck, straighten. See that? Which basically just brings my hips closer to the back. Okay? So, you could do this from the triangle, by the way. Let's say we're in the triangle here. Anytime I hip out and bring this leg in front, you could go for it from here too. But again, if I'm in this position here and he's burying the head early and there's no possibility for the triangle, then I'm basically just turning my hips all the way around, going here. Okay? Slide the knees together. I don't necessarily need this leg down. I just need my knees pinching, and then I bridge. Okay? Make sure the thumb is pointed up, away from the bridge. Any questions on that? That's it? All right, let's give it a shot. 1, 2, 3, go.
That's pretty sick.
messes up with this in particular is if instead of holding the way Max is holding now, if you were to throw this arm over and then bring this arm back and block my hip, so this kind of like modified side mount hold, this makes things difficult for a couple of reasons. One, if I'm framing his neck right now, it's actually kind of dangerous for me. Because if he traps my arm, he hugs under my elbow, he pulls me onto my side and runs around my head, he can actually get me into an arm lock right there. So, the first thing that should happen anytime someone switches their arms is I need to hide my hand early, okay? So if his hand is on the other side of my head, or his arm rather, and he's holding over with this arm, then I can frame the neck, it's no problem, it's perfectly safe, right? There's no Americana, there's no Kimura, because his arm would have to go over for him to do anything. And ultimately, I could just keep it tight and hold it here if I don't want him to be able to do anything, right? But when he does go over here, my hand is going to swim under the armpit. Very important detail. On a side note, we're not going to go into this too much today, but if he brings the arm back again, now I cup in front of the bicep, frame the neck, bump, and go right back to my typical shrimp escape, right? So having this is actually much better than all of these hand positions for me. If I can get to this spot, I'm pretty much out, right? But if we're here first, he throws the arm over a second, right? I hide my hand. So now I have one close to his hip, one close to his armpit. I'm going to do the same escape, same high-low escape, but this time, because of this inside arm, I'm going to have to do a strong sideways scoop, okay? So same bump as before. I lift, I use my elbows, and now I'm coming in at a more diagonal angle here. See that? Here, catch, and then I'm getting my head away from him as quickly as possible. So I don't want to stay in this position where my head is under his body, like this, for too long, right? He can pressure down, he can pull my knees out of the way maybe and drop down. So I want to make sure that as soon as my knee comes in and my other leg comes over, my head gets away from my partner. So one